Hello everyone, welcome back to Princess Road Trips. Hope everyone is well. Right, today I'm going to be starting the wiring process of the so if you remember last time I had it all laid out. I did actually start wiring the 70mm cable into the isolating switch and into the fuse holder, so that's as far as I got to that. With that. So I'm going to be starting doing the electrical components, wiring them up. So stage by stage, I'll take you along with me. Just want to show you as well, I've got a hydraulic crimping tool from Amazon. I can't remember how much it is, but I'll have to look it up and I'll put it in the description. I used it yesterday. It's ideal. It's got all the different size crimping bits. That's the 70mm. Use one of those. So it's, what you do is, hold on, let me turn you around. So you just put your crimp in there with your cable on it, and you just turn it off first, and you just keep pumping. Do that, and you just keep pressing, and it's not that difficult. It's not hard. And to release it, you just turn that, and there you go. They press them, and these things, they just pop out, just like that, just like magnetism in there. So yeah, so it's all good. Excellent bit of kit. I don't know if you can see this well. I don't know if there's any interference or so. This is the wiring instructions, so stage by stage, page by page, they've got different things in there. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to be wiring the charge controller up to the Lynx Distributor. Obviously I can't wire the solar panels on yet because they're outside on the van. So I'm just going to do that stage. I'm just going to wire everything up that's on the board, then I can offer it out to the van, fit it to the van, then wire in the starter battery and the solar panels. Right, so I'm just going to put a crimp on this 10mm cable. So that's 10mm cable, and we've got a 10mm by an 8M8 hole size to fit the bolt on the distributor. So what I'm going to do is just take a measurement of the sheathing I need to cut off. You can use a standing knife, or you can use some proper cutters. I use a standing knife because I haven't got any cutters, and it's easy enough, just pull off, he says. I need a bit more trimming. So that just slips over. Actually, what you need to do is get some ink shrink as well. The old magic tool. I have to close her up a little bit. And this is the tricky bit, is trying to ugh. Yarr. You do need 2 pairs of hands. And that didn't work. Let me try the old 8mm blocks. Probably want to go up another size. Yeah, let's go smaller. So it's the first time I use one of these tools, as it shows. Six. Hopefully it doesn't want anything smaller than that because I haven't got anything. That's better. And give it the old tug test. Perfect. So now I've crimped that on there, I'll put over the heat shrink. There we have it. Look at that. I'm quite impressed with it. I'm going to do the same with the negative cable, so it shouldn't take too long doing that one. You don't want to cut too deep because you don't want to take the strands off. So on the Lynx Distributor board, that's your live terminals. So you'll be putting the live on those bolts there. Then you lift these up, and you've got your access to your negative bar. So I'll be doing the negative first. So you need a 13mm socket, or you can do it with a spanner. Do with that cable, and I'll just put it through the trunking through there, and I'll feed that up. To the charge controller, to the solar panel. I'll just leave that over there for now. I want to connect the positive side. Positive and the negative underneath, and that's through the trunking, which goes up, and it will terminate into the charge controller. So you don't have to put any crimps on these ends, they just wire straight into the terminals. So again, you don't want to take too much off, so don't go down too, like I explained just now, don't go down too deep to cut all the strands off. So this goes into the negative and the battery side. So you've got a battery side there. So obviously it comes from the Lynx Distributor going into the battery, and that's where the PV will go to. Just give it a little tug, just make sure it's in there nice and tight, and just put that down through the trunk in. Just makes it a nice neat job with all the trunking, I find. So that's that one done. I'll bring the positive up. Into positive side. So these terminals are quite deep as well, so you've got no worries of any strands like going over to or crossing over. So going quite deep. So that's those two wires run for that one. So now I've just got to run an earth from the side there down to the buzz bar, and what I mentioned previous as well, I've got to earth that as well for the chassis of the van. Right, so I've wired in on the side of the charge controller the earthing. They don't give you any of the earthing cable, they just give you black, and it does illustrate that in the wiring diagrams. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm going to mark it up with some earthing tape. Also found they didn't provide enough of the correct size crimps, so I had to use one of the crimps that I've got to fit the lug on that. Right, so that's what that one, that's wired up anyway. I've still yet to got to put the fuse in there, but I'll do the fuses later on. Just want to get all the wiring in, so I'll be back on the next stage. So what I'm going to be doing now is just wiring in the inverter into the Lynx Distributor. The inverter wired up, so you've got your positive and negative going into your Lynx distribution board, yet obviously to put a fuse over there. Just run an earthing cable on the inverter to the bus bar. I've identified it as a earthing cable. Right, now I'm going to run cable from the Lynx distributor to the battery charger. So the live and the neutral from the distributor will go into ground and out, and in will be from the starter battery, and the neutral will be coming from the buzz bar to the chassis. So that's the ground and the positive out. They're coming back into the Lynx distributor, and obviously the in is for the van battery, the starter battery to go into. Right, so I've just added in the circuit for the fuse box, which I've left just tailed out So once I know the location where I want to put it, that's where those cables, those tails will be connected into. So all the fuses will be going in there for lighting and other bits and pieces, etc. So I'm just in the process of earthing the Lynx board. So I'm just running the cable and I'm going to put it into the bus bar. Then from that point I'll be running AC in and AC out up to the consumer units. So what I'm doing now is wiring up the consumer units, AC out and AC in. I've just crimped these with one of these terminal ratchets, and you get all the different terminal sizes as well. Right, so I've done the AC out. It's going all the way along, up and in to consumer unit. Now I'm just going to run another one from AC in up to the other consumer unit. So that's all the wire complete. All I can do inside. All that needs to be done when I put it in the van is that you have from the starter battery going in to the battery DC to DC battery charger. Then I've got to get an earth from the ground, the chassis, and come in onto the bus bar and put a cover on that. I've just wired in AC out, AC in from the inverter. So you've got your 4 circuits here. So this is your inverter, which is on a 250 amp fuse. So it goes around and in, positive and negative. Then on this one, this is a 80 amp fuse, and this is for the DC battery charger that goes up and comes back down. And this one is a 40 amp, and this one goes up to the solar. So once I've done the well, I've done 2 solar panels on the roof, I've got 1 more to do. Once I've done that, I do all the connections and I come in through to here, through the isolator, out and in to the PV part of the charge controller. And the last one on there is a 80 amp fuse, and they're just tailing off, just going to the fuse, the 12 volt fuse box. So yeah, I've got to obviously do the negative terminal there for the battery, but I could do that once the van, this is in the van. But that's pretty much it. So what I'll do, I'll end the video now for today. Once I get this in the van, which should hopefully be in the next couple of days, depending on the weather and depending on work schedule, etc. I'll get it all connected up from the starter battery to the DC to DC battery charger, get the solar panels wiring down from the roof down into the charge controller, get the battery connected up. We'll go through all that on another day. Alright guys, well please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I shall look forward to seeing you on the next. Alright, take care guys, bye bye.